My name is Mike, and I'm pro-vaccine, but I'm anti-mandate because I'm pro-worker. I also happen to be very strongly anti-legislation by executive order. Look, we've got 45 million American jobs that are at stake. 45 million. This is exactly the kind of moment, the very kind of issue that the Congressional Review Act was designed to address. We, of course, wanted to make sure that where there are instances of presidential overreach, Congress can have a chance to step in and undo it. We've got an opportunity to do that today, and we have every expectation that it's going to pass the Senate. After it passes the Senate, it's going to go to the House. It's going to be really hard after the Senate passes this resolution for the House to not pass it. I mean, first of all, there's no choice. They have no option other than to take it up. It will receive a vote, and when it receives a vote, members of the House are going to have to make the decision on how they will face their constituents. You know, some 700,000 constituents per member on the other side of the Capitol, and tell them, I'm not concerned about your job. This is not some hypothetical exercise for their constituents. And in a lot of our states, it involves a lot of people. We're talking about 500,000 jobs at stake in Utah. In California, by the way, there are 5 million. In Arizona, 1.2 million. About 300,000 in West Virginia. But overall, we're talking about tens of millions, probably about 45 million jobs across the United States that could be affected by this, that are at stake, that are on the chopping block directly as a result of this. This isn't right. It's simply an immoral proposition. Setting aside for a moment all the constitutional issues, which are many and are serious and are going to prevail at the end of the day because the Supreme Court of the United States will not let this stand. Not any more than they've let stand other egregious exercises of presidential power, of which this one is a doozy. I don't think in our lifetimes we've seen a single executive action that even compares to this one in terms of its breathtaking excess. And make no mistake, this act, in all of the harm that it inflicts, is going to leave a lasting impact. There's no chance that presidential and executive power won't be significantly clipped after this. There's no chance that in the years to come, this won't propel us into a direction that we've needed to take for a long time, frankly, because we've over-empowered the executive branch over many decades. And I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats alike enacting laws that give excessive power to the presidency. Look, an action like this is unambiguously a policy decision, one imposing affirmative legal obligations on the American people that didn't exist prior to the action. That's a policy decision. That is legislative in nature. Consequently, under Article 1, Section 7 of the Constitution, it's supposed to originate in Congress. Bicameral passage followed by presentment to the President is the constitutional formula. We don't have any of that here. So what we're going to see in years to come is an expansion of things like the Congressional Review Act, passage of other proposals that will set the default proposition, not that we have to undo it, subject to presidential veto, but that he can't act unless Congress affirmatively enacts it and then presents it to him for final approval. This is a moment where, separate and apart from all those constitutional issues, which are many and which are grave, the American people are counting on us. Sure, there's litigation going on. There have been orders that have been issued that have offered temporary patchwork quilt relief to some of the people involved in that litigation. But only Congress is in a position now to stop it permanently, to stop it immediately, to save their jobs in time for the holidays. This is our moment. We intend to do our part. Thank you.